Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. 3 First Nations along Highway 69 celebrate provincial funding.
We want to make sure everyone is safe, anywhere where they come from, down east, up north, out west.
Leaders emphasize highway safety and the need for 4-laning. Plus, the push for a centralized Algoma hospital.
It could not meet hospital standards today without spending an inordinate amount of money.
A physicians group is driving the plan to prevent ER closures. And it's time for takeoff.
Everybody was really happy to see it finally fly, and it was a really good flight.
Hundreds of students launched rockets as part of the 5th annual Launch Canada Challenge.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Tony Rima with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Ian is off this week. We're following some breaking news out of Sault Ste. Marie this hour. Police say they are investigating an assault on St. George Avenue, where one victim was taken to hospital with serious injuries. The suspect fled westbound. Police say they have secured the scene and are asking the public to avoid the area. More details will be released as it becomes available. One person has died after a single vehicle crash near Parry Sound. Police were called to a collision on Clear Lake Road in Whitestone Township around 10 last night. A 33-year-old from St. Catharines was killed and another person suffered minor injuries. Sudbury police are looking for a suspect after calls about a video showing animal abuse circulating online. Police were able to review footage of the incident and subsequently seized the dog from a Lord Street residence. The dog was taken to a veterinary clinic for assessment and care. The person believed to be responsible was not home at the time. Police have applied for an arrest warrant. The 3 First Nations along the Highway 69 corridor south of Sudbury celebrated a new maintenance contract and some provincial funding today. But as CTV's Angela Gummel reports, highway safety and the 4-laning of Highway 69 were also top of mind.
One of the companies doing this construction work on Highway 69 at Magnetawan First Nation is the same one celebrated at an event down the road.
We want to make sure everyone is safe, anywhere where they come from, down east, up north, out west. They travel through here to go to Toronto and cities like that.
Schwalmacan Partnership is a highway construction and maintenance company owned by 3 neighboring First Nations, Shawanaga, Henvey Inlet and Magnetawan. Along with Miller Paving, the company was just awarded the new 7-year Brit Patrol Yard maintenance contract by the Ministry of Transportation for snow removal and salting on Highway 69, along with several connecting arteries.
Not always a sunny day. But, we look forward to those days in the snow in the wintertime when we have roads to clear and salt to lay.
The event was also to announce $1.3 million in provincial funding from the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund.
It all comes together to ensure that we're providing a safe highway.
The money will mean Schwalmacan can provide year-round maintenance and enhanced safety on highways it looks after. But it's highway safety that's been top of mind for many, as there are still 3 sections of Highway 69 that still need to be widened to 4 lanes.
They're very complicated negotiations. There's a number of stakeholders, and the negotiations with the 3 First Nations are in different stages. But I know that all of the parties are committed to ensure that this highway gets finished.
Any future maintenance contracts would have to go through the official tendering process, but the partners in the company are open to opportunities once Highway 69 is 4-laned.
We would all hope that a local company with local employees and local knowledge would be part of things for a long time to come.
The partners with Schwalmacan say they're hopeful any future construction projects or road maintenance will mean opportunities for residents who call these 3 First Nations home. Angela Gummel, CTV News, Magnetawan First Nation.
A fire this afternoon has caused significant damage to a home in the Coppercliff area of Sudbury. We're told the fire was called in by someone working on renovations. The fire chief says heavy smoke was coming from the attic when crews arrived, and that residents living in the semi-detached home and their pets were evacuated by the fire department. No one was injured. Around the same time, a water main broke just up the street on Balsam. Crews were on site earlier this evening. The use of hydrants didn't cause the break, according to the fire chief, and did not impede their ability to battle the blaze just 2 blocks away. The water main break left many residents without power. The majority of emergency department closures across the province comes from 2 sites in the Algoma district. Staffing issues at the North Shore Health Network's Thessalon and Richards Landing locations has long been a problem. And as CTV's Corey Nordstrom reports, an amalgamated hospital is being looked at as the solution.
Between 60 and 70% of Ontario's emergency department closures occur at facilities operated by the North Shore Health Network. That's in part why a local physicians group is pushing for a new central Algoma hospital. Officials from the network will lead the work on a project they say makes sense given the current state of the 2 sites.
The facility on the island is over 100 years old. It doesn't have an elevator. It doesn't have a lot of the things that, it could not meet hospital standards today without spending an inordinate amount of money to bring it up to grade. And very similar in Thessalon.
Attraction and retention are among the issues in the North Shore. Marie believes an up-to-date facility can help with that.
Good diagnostics, things like a CT scanner, good lab, things that can support a physician who's working in that emergency department. And right now they don't have that infrastructure or those services that really make it not ideal for physicians. And a lot of younger physicians don't want to work in that type of environment.
The area's MPP is a former mayor of Thessalon and notes that amalgamation has worked in the area in recent history.
When we look back at when they first built Central Algoma School, right? There's definitely some emotions that are tied up in that, but it worked out very well. So, and it will. Patience is a virtue.
The new hospital campaign is in the pre-capital phase of what is a multi-step process. They're currently gathering data to make their case for the province's Ministry of Health, which will need to approve and endorse the effort.
Hopefully the analysis can be done within, 12 to 18 months. And, by the time you break ground, a couple of years to build. And, hopefully we could be cutting the ribbon on a new place 3 or 4 years from now.
Updates on the project can be found on the Future of Healthcare tab on the North Shore Health Network's website. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
More than $2.5 million from the Municipal Disaster Recovery Assistance Program is headed to several communities around Magnetawan.
We know that when these massive weather events happen, and we've seen them frequently, unfortunately, in the last number of years, that it can overwhelm the budgets of especially smaller towns, townships, and villages. So we have a program there to support them when they need that help.
The townships of Armour, Carling, Magnetawan, and Strong experienced heavy flooding in July of last year. The money is to help these communities repair damaged culverts and roads. Magnetawan is receiving the most at just over $1 million. Sudbury's Laurentian University is collaborating with a global startup program for science-based companies on a 2-year research program to help build a national AI platform for Canada's geological data. CTV's Madison Merrier has the details.
Canada's mining sector is coming together virtually through the Canadian Digital Core Library. It's a collaboration that includes Laurentian University and a startup program, Creative Destruction Lab.
What we're creating is a digital platform and a pathway for the digitized core or anything scanned, let's say in Northern Ontario, to be able to be integrated into a central platform that can then aggregate all of the different data from across the country. So we'll continue to have our repositories in the core in the locations that they are, but the digital versions of the core can actually live together in one spot.
That data set is going to be readily available, and having our researchers that have expertise in AI use that knowledge to help to bring those tools to make it even easier and to bring more knowledge.
Laurentian University will be a part of the research team and will be receiving up to $1 million from the startup over 2 years for its work on the nationwide project.
It's great research, and we already have that that infrastructure of expertise and research and innovation right here at Laurentian University. So it is so important, and I'm so pleased that they are the university affiliated with this project.
Politicians and industry experts say this digital bank will help Canada's mining sector show the value of investing in Canada's critical minerals locally and internationally.
Having this Canadian Digital Core Library will allow people to find or think or analyze data so that they can actually go and explore and drill at the best place faster. So therefore it helps the whole cycle of exploration being shorter and therefore attract capitals compared to other places in the world.
Senex says the data will show mineral deposits as well as opportunities from previously discovered and new mining locations from coast to coast to coast. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, we'll have your full weather forecast. But for now, a look at the current conditions around the region. And once again, seeing some single-digit temperatures out there. 9 degrees in Timmins, cloudy skies as well in Temiskaming Shores. And most of the region, clear skies in Elliott Lake and Gore Bay, sitting at 14 degrees there. Your full forecast coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. Now your main weather, and things are going to, well, start to cloud over, especially in through early Friday morning. Some showers rippling through Sault Ste. Marie, Chapleau, Timmins, Kapuskasing, and this system is going to move in an easterly fashion. As a result, more cloud cover, especially in through the afternoon hours, more showers, and also risk of thunderstorms depending upon where you live, especially in through Manitoulin Island, Temiskaming Shores, North Bay, Sudbury, Timmins, you name it, you may get a thunderstorm or two. As we take a look now at our 7-day weather forecast, starting with Sudbury, Nickel Belt. Tomorrow, sun, cloud, showers, and risk of thunderstorms. It's coming in at 23. The normal this time of year is 22. It starts to cool off for the weekend, but the rain is going to stick around. Tuesday, we start to get some clearing, 23 degrees. Temperature drops ever so slightly, but the clouds and showers are going to return. So, heading on over to Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, risk of thunderstorms tomorrow, 23 degrees, when it should be 22 this time of year, so we're not that far off the mark, but things drop significantly in through Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We start to get a little bit more clearing. Tuesday, back to the cloud cover. Wednesday, Thursday, at this point, still early, there's a chance of rain. Heading on over to Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing tomorrow, 40% chance of showers, 1 degree below normal this time of year. And then it starts to cool off and the rain is going to persist. Only 15 degrees on Sunday. Tuesday, though, a mix of sun and cloud. And Wednesday, Thursday, kind of soggy. Heading on over to Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, 22 degrees, sun, cloud, and 30% chance of rain. It starts to cool off for Sunday, Monday. The rain is going to stick around. Tuesday looks pretty nice at this point. Then Wednesday, Thursday, back to the clouds and the showers. And folks, here's your 7-day weather forecast for North Bay, West Nipissing. Tomorrow, sun, cloud, and 30% chance of rain. More showers expected in through Saturday. The temperature really drops in through Sunday, Monday. Cloudy conditions along with rain. Tuesday, we start to see some clearing, which is always nice. Wednesday, we're back to the rain. And Thursday, 21 degrees and rain when it should be 22 this time of year. Amanda Hicks, it's back over to you.
Thanks for that, Tony. A cultural staple in Sudbury is ready to raise the curtain on a new season. Théâtre du Nouvel Ontario officially unveiled its upcoming lineup this evening. Dozens gathered at Place des Arts to celebrate the launch of TNO's 55th season. The upcoming slate includes main stage, community, and youth productions. Thanks to funding from the Ontario Trillium Foundation, TNO is also launching Youth in Action, an initiative designed to expand French language art workshops for local youth. Organizers say this year's theme is Reveal the Invisible, challenging audiences to see the world from new perspectives.
In one way or the other, all of these pieces, the pieces that we chose, kind of bring us to look at life or a certain theme, just like on another angle, see it from somewhere else, like open that little curtain and try to see what's behind what you would see at the first glance.
The play is about a family that has a funeral home, and the father just passed, and now the mother have to go on, and she has her son to help her. But he just finished his MBA, and he's coming with all new ideas, and he wants to change everything. And it's about the community, and it's about how you help each other.
The first production of the season is set to take the stage at Place des Arts October 23rd. Yes Theatre has announced another extension of its production of Come From Away. What was originally supposed to wrap up in 2 weeks has made Yes Theatre history for an additional 7 weeks of performances. Yes says the musical continues to set records for the theatre company, as when tickets first went on sale, they broke their record for most pre-sales at the box office.
There was a clear indication at the beginning that it was going to be like a pretty wonderful avalanche. And it has now, with this announcement until September 4th, it has become the longest running show in our organization's history, which is absolutely thrilling. And it's really clear that audiences love the piece. It's having great success around the country, but I think, as we've been hearing, the Yes Theatre production is really unique.
Tickets will be on sale tomorrow for the added shows, and Costantini says he appreciates how the community has supported them on their adaptation of the beloved Canadian musical. Hundreds of students are in Timmins this week putting their rocket building skills to the test. They're participating in the Launch Canada Challenge, which is also helping to prepare the next generation of aerospace workers. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
The Launch Canada Challenge is now in its 5th year, bringing students together to design, build, and launch high-powered rockets.
Last November, the federal government announced that developing sovereign Canadian space launch capability was going to be a new priority.
Canada is now looking to develop its own space launch capability and recently invested in Launch Canada's programming.
So on Saturday at the conference, we had a official here from Defence Research and Development Canada who, through their Ideas program, announced $1.2 million of funding for Launch Canada to support us in developing a national training program for space launch.
Launch Canada says more than 600 participants are here this week, representing schools from throughout the country. For Team Gall out of Laval University, it's been a great experience. Students say the hands-on experience can help prepare them for careers after graduation.
It opens a lot of opportunities in various fields, mostly like aerospace, but it also gives engineering students some hands-on experience that is very valuable for any engineering job.
And getting their rocket into the air was a highlight of the competition.
So everybody was really happy to see it finally fly, and it was a really good flight, really nominal, perfect parachute deployment.
Launch Canada has held the competition in the Timmins area for 4 years. Now it wants to make the site permanent, not just for the organization, but as a true hub for testing, education, and collaboration for the aerospace industry. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Matagami First Nation.
An Ontario woman has made history with an international display of strength. As CTV's Colton Weens reports, lifting a piece of Scottish history is what secured her place in the record books.
Big, strong,
Lori McDougall-Sukrach entered the record books on August 1st, becoming the first woman from Canada to lift the historic Dinnie Stones in Scotland.
I was the 22nd woman all time to lift the historic Dinnie Stones in Scotland. They weigh 733 pounds combined.
One weighs 414.5 pounds, the other 318.5 pounds, and were once counterweights for work on a bridge in Scotland.
It's really heavy, so it's about 4.5 times my own body weight, so it's pretty heavy.
The 43-year-old 5'4" strong woman has been training twice a week for a year for this specific feat at her Campbellville home, using specific equipment to mimic the lift, gaining confidence along the way.
I saw that there weren't any women from Canada who had done it so far, and all year I've been like, okay, if nobody beats me to it, I'm going to be the first.
And she wouldn't have been able to do this without help from her coach.
It's just 2 giant rocks that you have to pick up, right? So it's very skill specific.
And if you're not training that specific skill, it's going to be hard to just walk up to them and do them regardless of how strong you are.
A software developer by trade, she's been competing in strongman competitions since 2016, pulling trucks, carrying cars, lifting Atlas stones, and tossing cabers.
Lori loves strongman, and the Dinnies are just kind of like the next step.
Well, McDougall Sucredge has already lifted her goal. She's planning to head back to the UK and continue lifting historic stones.
I will try to lift other things. I haven't decided yet what my next kind of like big goal is going to be.
Even if there's something out there she doesn't really know about yet, if she hears about it, she's immediately going to be like, I'm going to do that next.
But no matter what, she'll always be the first Canadian woman that's lifted the Dinnie stones. Colton Ween, CTV News, Campbellville.
With the clock ticking away on summer vacation, Sault Ste. Marie's Social Service Board held its annual Game On Street Party today. Hundreds took to the Albion and Chapel neighborhood for the festivities, marking 10 years since the event was first introduced. There was plenty of entertainment with sports, games, and inflatables, keeping the kids occupied, and a free barbecue. Vendors range from fun to helpful as the Social Services Board invited over 30 community partners to take part in the event, the most in their history.
We have the full breadth of social services at this event. We have everything from housing providers to early childhood educators and early on years. We have people who work in food security and police and EMS and fire safety. So really, it's almost like a wraparound approach to the event while making it a really fun day.
We aren't out in the community and we don't have that visibility. So it's just an awesome opportunity to tell families what we do and how we can support people, and as well as get a chance to interact in a positive, happy, light manner.
Officials estimate this was their largest turnout ever. North Bay is getting ready to rock the night away this weekend. The stage is set for the annual Downtown Bay Block Party event, described as a farewell to summer bash. The year's event has expanded to a two-day festival headlined by Canadian rock band The Strumbellas. The Downtown Street Fest will feature performances from local musicians. There will be food vendors, a silent disco, and activities for kids. Organizers say they're expecting around 10,000 visitors to filter in throughout the 2 days.
Saturday is all about everything on the street, so it's about the drink garden and the music and the main stage and all of those aspects. So we wanted to make sure that we were supporting the actual businesses that are downtown. So we're encouraging people to go inside the restaurants, go inside the galleries, all of the businesses that are down there.
Bay Block Party is free to attend, but paid wristbands are required to enter the drink garden. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. It's kids, cops, and fishing. Details next. Finally for us tonight, more than 30 kids in Sudbury hit the water with police today as part of the annual Kids, Cops, and Canadian Tire Fishing Days. The national event is an opportunity for youth to learn about fishing and for the police to build relationships with youth. CTV's Elena Everson reports.
Grab your rod and then go over there and grab a life jacket.
The youth pick their fishing rods they get to take home with them. A tackle box, too.
We're able to get 32 youth from various locations throughout the city. Several organizations have reached out to families that they work with, and they've expressed an interest in fishing. So they're having an opportunity to come out, join us for a day of fishing, both from shore and on boats.
For many, it's their first time fishing.
Like big. That's my goal.
How big?
This big. It's my first time fishing. I don't know much like fishing right now. That's why I came here to learn and teach my mom and my dad.
Isabella Hopkins has taken part in the event before and says she loves fishing.
Just waiting for the bite to see if it's a big fish or not.
It's also an opportunity for police to have some valuable interaction with youth.
So important because we really want our youth to be able to see our officers as humans, those behind the badge. We want youth to be able to come to us freely.
We want the kids to know that police are just like anybody else, and we want them to feel safe when they're with us and that they can come and talk to us if ever there's a situation where they need to speak to police.
Police say today's catch and release fishing expedition is about making new friendships, enjoying the outdoors, and building relationships with youth. Alana Everson, CTV News, Azilda.
Looks like it was a great day to be out on the water, and it looked like a lot of fun too. That takes us to the end of our newscast this Thursday night. Thanks for watching. I'll be back here tomorrow. Good night.